My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. How many of you remember the story of Philando Castile? Philando's a 32-year-old man who was driving in his car with his girlfriend. In the back, there was a baby. And the outside of the car was an officer with an itchy trigger finger. The name of the officer is Geronimo Yanez. So today, Geronimo Yanez pleaded not guilty to 2 charges of illegal discharge of a firearm and manslaughter, murder. The family of Castile says, hey, the officers legally can plead not guilty, that's fine, but we want justice. So let's unpack this story a little bit further for anybody who may have missed it. Diamond Reynolds was the passenger in the car, and she says that Philando Castile told the officer, I have a gun in the car, sir, and I'm licensed. I just want you to know. The officer asked the Philando Castile to show his license. When he reached for it, the officer shot it. You mean to tell me a black man can't carry a gun in a state where it's legal for you to carry a gun if you got a license? That's what you're telling me. Now, Yanez says the gun freaked him out. The gun is what made him shoot, not the color of the driver. But here's the thing, guys. Do you truly believe that it was just the gun, or do you think it had something to do with the fact it was a black man in a gun? See, I think we can't play around with this situation. We can't play around with the idea that this officer was just freaked out because he saw a gun. I think that is us continuing to be in denial about the reality that we have a racial problem in America. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, hey, but Yanez, isn't his first name Geronimo? He's not even a white guy. I seen the pictures of this guy. Well, here's the thing, guys. And this is where the conversation really needs to start. Is it possible that other people besides white people could believe stereotypes that they hear about black people? Or do you think that racism and racial stereotypes only affect white people and black people? Isn't it true that all of us consume the same media? All of us get the same imagery? All of us get the same bombardment of racial stereotypes? So isn't it possible that it doesn't matter what color you are, you're going to have these thoughts about black people based on, our environment? That's what I believe. I believe you don't have to be a white guy to be afraid of black people, particularly black people with guns. Geronimo Yanez overreacted. He walked up to the car with his gun drawn, expecting to be in a shootout. The trial is set for May 30th. Officer Yanez is going to be on the stand. I don't know if he's going to take the stand, but he will be in the courtroom and he will have to face these charges. He's been out on his own recognizance all this time, like almost as if nothing happened. Guy's been on vacation. Do black men have the same rights as white guys? Seriously, I want to know what you think about this. I mean, if you have a license to carry a gun, but the officer's freaking out on you because you're a black man with a gun, what good is having one? What good is having a license if you get gunned down even when you got a license? Please, guys, let me know. What good is it? What good is it to follow the law if when you follow the law, you still get killed? Remember, Philando Castile wasn't breaking the law when he got pulled over. He wasn't speeding. He wasn't drunk. It was daylight. He had a kid in the car. He worked with children. The worst charges that Philando Castile ever had was speeding or not having a valid license, which at the time when he was killed, he had a license. And it was valid. And he had a gun permit. And it was valid. What was invalid was the officer freaking out, losing his cool. He almost shot the woman, Diamond Reynolds. Don't move. Don't move. Don't you keep your hands where I can see them. Talking to her. He just shot 5 holes in her boyfriend and killed him. And now he's still so scared, he's threatening to shoot this lady in front of her child. I don't think it's safe for a black man to have a gun. You ain't safe with a gun and you're not safe without a gun. And in America, you got officers like Yanez who get a license to kill. And then what do they get? They get desk duty or they get a vacation and they get to keep their jobs and they don't get to go to jail for it. Let me know what you think in the comment section and keep it real. Has the thoughts that has been pumped into the minds of most Americans about black men affect the ability of a black man to open carry? I'm Tim Black. Subscribe to this channel where we have the hard conversations. We keep it real. We speak the truth here. I'll see you on the next one.